Hello, friends and family. At least I think I have family that watches this. Are any of you actually related to me? Hey, let me know if you are in the comment section down below. That'd be cool. Anyway, guys, we have a super cool topic today, and one that I'm super excited to do. I've really wanted to do this for a while on this channel. I'm going to be speaking really fast today because we got a lot to go through. So, today we're going to be doing my top 10 favorite DC superheroes as it is currently. This is very much subject to change as, storylines progress and characters go through some developments here and there. But for the most part, this is my current list, and I am super excited to share it with you guys. So without any further ado, do you have a minute to talk about my top 10 favorite DC superheroes? Greetings, guys, and welcome to a very exciting edition of Matt's Minutes. I'm so excited for this. Let's get into it. At number 10, we have Superman, Clark Kent, Kal-El. I will be using all of their names just to make sure there's no confusion on which iteration I'm talking about. Now, some might be a little bit surprised as to why Superman is only number 10 on my list. I did post a video not too long ago about why I'm not as big of a fan of them, so most of the reasons why he's as low as he is can be found in that video. But, yeah, I love Supes. He's great. He's not my favorite because I'm not, that big a fan of what I call Boy Scout superheroes, but comics would never be the same without Superman, and let's be real, the dude is super charismatic and powerful and awesome. So, without going too far into it, Superman deserves a spot at number 10. Preston, I'm sorry in advance for the editing on this one because I know you were probably going to have a harder time finding pictures for this one due to her usual outfits. But coming in at number 9, we have Starfire, or Coriander. I've loved her ever since the Teen Titans show first came out in the early 2000s, I think it was. She was one of my favorite Titans, and then I actually found out what she does in the comics and who she is in her relationship with Dick Grayson, Nightwing. If you aren't familiar, I love that hero. She's got a cool power set. Her personality's really, really funny, but also really cool to just watch her do stuff. She's a great team player. She's just a great hero, and I think a very underrated hero at that. So I think that I'm actually quite pleased that Coriander made it onto this list because she definitely deserves it. Coming in at number 8, we have Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern. Sorry, Preston, but I have to put it, this is my list, I have to put him where I think he belongs. Though that's not to say that Hal Jordan is not a great hero. Hal Jordan is amazing. If you could make a list of all the feats this guy has done in DC, it would be a really, really long list and take you quite a while to get through. Hal Jordan is amazing and definitely one of the best Green Lanterns in all of DC. He is pretty much the embodiment of what it means to be a Green Lantern. And his powers are so amazing. His personality is pretty darn cool. And Hal Jordan, like I said, he's just amazing. He has done so much for the DC universe. And to have a list without Hal Jordan would not be doing the character justice. If you don't know who he is, please go look him up. He deserves it. Trust me. Racing in at number 7, we have The Flash. Specifically, Barry Allen. I love The Flash, and The Flash has been my favorite CW show that they've done as part of the Arrowverse, though I'm super not caught up on it at all, and I prefer seasons 1, 2, and 3. But anyway, yes, it's great. I love The Flash, and his powers are pretty cool, though he is super overpowered, super overpowered. Way overpowered. But the fact that it's not, most people think that Barry Allen can just run really fast, and no. Barry Allen can run really, 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 really fast, but he also has a much greater skill set than just running really, really fast. So, something to keep in mind. His powers are cool, but also his personality is really funny. I prefer I just prefer his version of the Flash. I think he is the embodiment of what it means to be the Flash, and he does a fantastic job of it. Coming in at number 6, we have Jon Constantine, otherwise known as Jon Constantine. He doesn't really have a superhero name, but nonetheless, he's amazing. And also, another character I feel is very underrated. They've given him some more light here in the past few years. I know back in like the mid 2000s, there was a Keanu Reeves Constantine movie that was, well, it was a movie. Let's just leave it at that. It wasn't bad, wasn't great. But not too long ago, they also had a Jon Constantine TV series. It only had one season for some strange reason. I thought it was quite good. But also, Jon Constantine has been making an appearance in the DC animated movies, and he's easily one of my favorites in that. In the comics also, Jon's amazing. He's outsmarted like almost everyone in the DC universe, including Batman and Superman combined at the same time. Like that shows how smart this dude really is. And he's an extremely powerful magician who really plays by his own rulebook and doesn't really care what other people think. I think that's awesome. So if you don't know who Jon Constantine is, I strongly recommend you look him up. So long as you're of the right age, because his stuff gets pretty dark. So there's your warning. His stuff gets really dark, really gruesome. So yeah, I make sure it's PG-13, if not more than that. Coming in at number 5, we have Green Lantern. Oh, what? Deja vu, right? No, not Hal. Jon Stewart. Yes, I have 2 Green Lanterns on this list because they're amazing, and this should show you how amazing they are. Green Lanterns are awesome, y'all. Just, I don't know how else to put it. The reason why Jon beats out Hal is, well, mostly due to his constructs. See, Hal's very blunt with his constructs and practical. Jon is an architect and makes his so elaborate and so beautiful. It's pretty cool. Also, with Jon being in the Marines, he has a lot of, well, he incorporates some of that into his constructs as well. And Hal does the same thing with him being in the Air Force. He makes a lot of planes and stuff. Jon's made like multiple soldiers like out of his rings that just go out and will fight. It's pretty cool. But yeah, Jon Stewart's amazing and his personality is great. He's not as funny as Hal is, but this dude gets stuff done, y'all. This man gets stuff done. Not that Hal doesn't. Hal gets a lot of stuff done too, as I mentioned earlier, but they're both great. I just slightly prefer Jon, and we'll leave it at that. Coming in at number 4, we have Martian Manhunter, J'onn J'onzz. I think I'm saying that right. Someone correct me if I didn't. Anyway, I love him. He's kind of like a cooler version of Superman for me. They have very similar powers, but J'onn has a little bit different. So like he can become intangible, walk through walls, he can extend his arms and legs. And they have different weaknesses. Like Martian Manhunter is immune to kryptonite, but is weak to fire. For a very cool reason. It's all in his head. It's not like he's actually weak to fire, though in some continuity he is, but usually it's just all in his head. It's all psychological because of the destruction of the Martian race with fire, that he kind of breaks down mentally around fire, and it's just really cool. What a cool concept. And you know, the whole like, I don't know, I think he does the last one of his race better than Superman, because Superman has a lot. There's actually a lot of Kryptonians that come back, and well, there's really not that many Martians that do. So I just think Martian Manhunter is a cooler version with a slightly more relatable personality, with you know, like a maybe slightly cooler powers. They're pretty similar, so it's hard to tell, but I mean, intangibility and an extremely powerful telepath. I mean, come on, that's awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Martian Manhunter for number 4. Coming in at number 3 is one that a lot of people probably didn't see coming, and that is Raven, otherwise known as Rachel Roth. At least that's usually who she goes by, but sometimes it's different. She has a lot of aliases. Anyway, I've loved Raven since the original Teen Titans show came out. I actually preferred her to Starfire because her abilities are great. As a kid, I wanted to grow up and be a psychologist. So watching these and seeing there's a girl that uses emotions as power and it gives her like magical abilities, like, whoa, that's really, really cool. Not to mention also, Raven has a super tragic backstory. But then she's able to overcome it, and that's pretty cool and super inspiring. And I could just go on and on. Raven is amazing and definitely a very, very, very underrated hero in my eyes. So she definitely deserves a spot at number 3 on this list. Alright guys, let's be real, you probably know who number 2 is. Number 2 is the Dark Knight himself, Batman, Bruce Wayne. I mean, if you've been a fan of this channel for any period of time, you've heard me talk about Batman before, right? I mean, come on, how many videos do we have dedicated to Batman? I mean, I think our second video on this channel was the Batarang. I mean, come on, you had to see this one coming. So, do I really need to go into that great a depth as to why I love Batman? Probably not, but I mean, it's Batman. How could he not be so high on this list? I love Batman, so yeah, Batman is number 2 because he's Batman and he's great and he's Batman. And of course, if you saw a video I posted not too long ago about why I preferred this character to Batman, this will come as no surprise. And number 1 goes to Nightwing, Richard John Grayson. Nightwing can do basically everything Batman can, but I just prefer his personality. Dick Grayson's hilarious, and I think he really shows what it means to be a good hero, to overcome tragedy, and he's just really cool. Like, he's a super cool acrobat, he's got all these cool gadgets. I mean, I don't see what's not to love. Also, a very underrated hero, in my opinion. Not as much as some of the others like Raven and Starfire, or even John Constantine, but Nightwing is amazing, and I love him. And he definitely deserves the spot at my favorite DC hero of all time. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I know this might have been a little bit longer of a video, but I think it was absolutely worth it. So thank you for tuning in. If you liked this video, please give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Who are your favorite DC heroes? Please leave that in the comment section down below. I love talking DC, so please leave me some to talk about. Who are some of your favorite heroes? You don't have to give me a top 10, just give me some. Who do you like? Please leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let's get a discussion going. I'm really pumped about this topic if you can't tell. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today, and I will see you guys next week.